and welcome to a very special edition of Sports Card ASMR on a very, very special day, but also a very hot day in Burbank. So I do apologize. You might hear the sounds of a fan blowing in the distance, keeping, quite frankly, only my knees cool. I also am very happy to be here live. If you are watching live, go ahead and hit the like button. You can super thanks, super chat, all those things, but I do have the ability to look at some of the comments. So shout out to Trey T, who is asking the most important question: to cut or not to cut? And yeah, that is the question. Troy is here, meanwhile, in the Sports Card ASMR Hall of Fame. I'm very happy all of you are here today. This is an event that was made possible by all of you. We are here to celebrate our recent milestone of 1,000. That's right, 1,000 subscriptions. And I am going to pause. No, we're not. I can't pause. We're live. I'm going to go below my desk and turn off that fan. It's just too loud. It is just too loud, and I do not want to distract from the ASMR. I'd rather sweat than take away from your ASMR. Ranger Donald is here as well. All right, caveats out of the way, I think. I'm very happy to be here live. The one thing I'll say is I'm using a different setup. I've got my DSLR camera going, which when I started the channel, I'd shoot on this camera right here. And I love it. It's a great camera. I do all my live streaming on it. It didn't quite work for ASMR because sometimes the autofocus would have some problems and I was not getting footage that I liked. So I switched to my iPhone. I have an iPhone 11 still because that's how I roll apparently. I used to be one of those people that get the new iPhones right when they came out, but it's been a few years. But I like shooting on the iPhone. But that said, I have a lot of wires plugged in that are stretched to the extreme. If I even bump this camera, the whole thing might go away. In fact, I did a test today and my camera went out. So all that to say, got my little mouse here. So I'm clicking around, and we've got people coming in here. And for those, most of you are going to be watching later. If you don't know, we are here to induct Mark Malone's 1987 Topps football card into the Sports Card ASMR Hall of Fame. Now, a little backstory on how that happened. If you go back to the very first video, which I believe we cut up a Rock Reigns card, I had a stack of cards I'd opened just over the course of my life, and they were sitting in a box. And I decided I wanted to start this channel. It was actually started on my regular YouTube channel. After about 5-6 videos, I moved it to its own Sports Card ASMR channel, and I'm glad I did. Now, what had happened was I stumbled on this card right here, this 1987 Topps. I was going through some of the opened cards and called them Legends, and I stumbled onto Mark Malone and this card right here, Darryl Green, a Topps All-Pro. These are cards we've opened since, as you have seen over the last year and a half here in Sports Card ASMR. The joke started like this. I have nothing against Mark Malone. He was a great quarterback. We'll go over some of his career stats, but I have a good friend. Some of you know my friend Josh. He's a Yinzer from Pittsburgh, and he has nothing against Mark Malone. He has nothing against Bobby Prister, but as a Steeler fan in his younger days, when Bradshaw was on his way out and Mark Malone was on his way in, there was some frustration in Pittsburgh. So when I stumbled onto this card in the very first Sports Card ASMR video, and I apologize if there's a lack of triggers today for ASMR, I just made a little joke about football legend Mark Malone. It's a great card. He's got the baseball cap on. He's got that Tom Selleck mustache going. He's rip-roaring, ready to throw that football. He'd just come off what would be his best professional year in 1986. 216 completions out of 125 attempts, 2,444 yards, 15 touchdowns. He did throw 16 touchdowns in 1984. So it just kind of became a running joke, probably because as a former sketch comedian and a current stand-up comic, I like a good running joke. Now, one thing I will say, when we, after today, induct Mark Malone in the Sports Card ASMR Hall of Fame, this card will no longer appear on the channel. It's done. Are we going to cut it up? Are we going to lock it away? You'll find out shortly. But that means we have to, and yes, Jeremy's here as well, thank you to all checking in. And yeah, Magnum QB, indeed. We have to find our next candidate for our Sports Card ASMR Hall of Fame. We do have some, options. We have Randy Milligan. We have he who smelted delted Chip Hale. We have Bobby Valentine in disguise. I swear that card came like that. And then we have, God bless it, this card's too dirty to go in the Sports Card ASMR Hall of Fame. I can't. Well, I don't know. One day, when we reach 2,000 subs, we'll induct a new card. And maybe you'll help decide. Now, a little bit on Mark Malone. As you all know, Terry Bradshaw was the quarterback of the Steelers during the golden days of the 70s. 1980 came around, and, well, Terry Bradshaw, many felt, was on his way out. He was getting older. This was a different age in the NFL. The thought of playing quarterback till you're 45 and then sliding into a cushy announcer position was not in the cards for a lot of quarterbacks. The Steeler organization felt that maybe it was time to draft a replacement for Terry Bradshaw. So with the 28th pick in the 1980 NFL Draft, they selected, you guessed it, Mark Malone. This did upset Terry Bradshaw. They would also maybe eye Dan Marino later on, and that upset Terry Bradshaw as well. And it's understandable. He still felt he could give it a go. Now, with that 28th pick, it should be noted that in the 1980 NFL Draft, only 3 of the players in that draft went on to the NFL Hall of Fame. 2 offensive linemen and a wide receiver. The wide receiver was Art Monk. The offensive linemen were Anthony Munoz, Cincinnati, and Dwight Stevenson of my Miami Dolphins. Only Stevenson was drafted after Mark Malone. So you could fault the Steelers for taking this pick, but they could not have picked anyone else greater, is my point, other than Dwight Stevenson. But they didn't need a center. Mike Webster was there. Malone played until he was 31 years of age. He is 29 or about 28 in this photo. He finished up his career with Pittsburgh in 1987, then spent a year in San Diego with the San Diego Superchargers, where he had an okay year, 6 touchdowns, 13 picks, 1,580 yards. In 1989, a 31-year-old Mark Malone was a backup quarterback for the New York Jets. He only got into 1 game, threw 2 passes, completed both for 13 yards. That was it for his NFL career. Mark Malone is currently 65 years of age. I don't know where he is. I don't know if he's aware of his legendary status here at Sports Card ASMR. But that is the story of Mark Malone. Now, I have thought and been debating and wondering for a while. I was confident we would get to 1,000 subs, and I had made the promise to go live and induct Mark Malone in the Sports Card ASMR Hall of Fame by cutting him up. In the early days of the channel, we always cut up a card in every video. I still like doing it. I still like doing the Sports Card Doctor kind of gag. For those who weren't there at the beginning, I called myself, and still am, the Sports Card Doctor because I wanted to start an ASMR channel because I'm a big fan of ASMR, have been for close to 15 years. But I didn't want to do some of the videos that I see, even though I love them. I can't do the eye exam videos, the chiropractic videos, and I didn't necessarily want to appear on camera. Cards and scissors, like playing cards, I like watching. There's a great channel, No Frills ASMR, and she plays a lot of solitaire. I like that. Ephemeral Rift used to do a lot of solitaire videos. So I got the idea that I'll take my sports cards. I have a ton of them. I had so many sports cards, I was throwing them in a fire pit for fun. And I thought, what if I was to do something with them? And then what if I was to kind of parody, but also pay respects to those ASMR videos I can't really do, but enjoy? I'll be a sports card doctor, maybe a bit of a sports card barber, and I'll cut everything of it. Well, that's where I ended up cutting cards. And it's a weird little thing, and we'll get back to it. Catching up with some of the comments, I want to shout out Sean. Good morning from Aussie. Good doctor. My vote, preserve Mark. Ranger Donald says 27 looks like a 45-year-old. Yes, that's absolutely right. And Trey T highlights Miss Bell videos. Yes, I watch Miss Bell videos as well. She's a kind of an enigma. She's an interesting one in the ASMR world. So, back in the day, I thought, yeah, I'll cut up this card. But a year and a half later, and several months after promising to cut up the card, I started getting doubts, and I just became so attached to this card because this is the card that I opened up in a pack of 1987 tops back in 1987. It's my card. So I felt, I don't know, do I want to cut it up? Do I just maybe want to lock the card away? It's been very hard. My soul has been going back and forth. Quite frankly, I'm going to be honest. It's been going back and forth. So I've slept on it. I thought about it. We hit 1,000 subs. Got this channel partnered. I was able to monetize the channel because of all you out there. And I've had people in the comments saying cut it up. I've had people saying preserve it, like Sean here, checking in from Australia. Aussie. But I've decided I don't know if I'm a man of my word, but I'm a man of convictions. I'll go back on my word every once in a while. Like if I say, that's it, that's the last time I order 6 tacos from Del Taco, I'll do it again. But I am a man of conviction. And I think it's time. We said we were going to do it. Let's not be cowards. Let's be brave. It's time to say goodbye to Mark Malone. Well, alright. If I'm going to cut him up, if I didn't give him a proper Viking burial, we should prep the card. If there's any last second reprieves, calls for reprieve in the comments, let me know. Troy says compromise. Cut him out. Alright, card is clean. That's the sports card doctor here. Let me Brad Olson says no pardon from the governor. Cut him up. Troy says make him do a 3D diorama. There we go. Alright, Mark, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Alright, sports card doctor at work here. And there you go. Okay. Jeremy says, ask Mark if he has any final words. Mark, what are your final words? He says it's not his fault he was drafted to replace Bradshaw. I want to shout out the man with the best scissor cutting videos, Haircut Harry. There we go. A nice border cut. Oh, that went flying. Not the stash, Mark Malone's final words. Well, crinkles, remember? We gotta cut it properly. Oh, look at that. Got a little too tight up there. Giggity. All right. All right. Here you go, Mark. Closer. Don't cut that ear. There's only one person who's able to heal quickly from an ear wound. All right. A little tighter here. All right. There we go. That was harder than I thought. Mark Malone, you've been cut up. Sorry for those who voted for preserving him. I just felt... Oh, actually, I'm kidding. That wasn't the real one. That was the real one. This was a card I purchased. Oh, thank you, eBay. Thank you. Thank you for this prank. I hope I didn't break anyone's heart. But this is the actual Mark Malone we've been seeing in the videos. You can tell by the curve. It's seen better days. The top is a little ruffled. But this is actually the card. This is some now wonderful art that I'll hold on to forever. But that's not all. You see, I went to eBay and I said I got to get myself a backup 1987 Mark Malone. And to my surprise, there was a lot there. And that wasn't the only card I purchased. I went a little crazy. I was able to purchase some Mark Malones here. Look at this. Look at this. This is a 1982 Topps Mark Malone right there. This is a 1988 Topps Mark Malone. And then, because I was there on eBay, I purchased this British Bulldog card, one of my favorite wrestlers, the late great Davey Boy Smith. I purchased this Pete Stoyanovich card, my favorite Dolphin kicker as a Miami Dolphin fan. And I picked up a Kathy Kelly card because this is my old friend Kathy. You all remember her from the AfterBuzz days and the early Schmoes days, and she's doing great things in the WWE, and I saw that they had a card, so I picked up a card of my friend Kathy. But that's not all. Because legends think alike. You can see the sweat starting to drip down. This is the sleeve that this card came in. Good, you're all not upset. This stack of cards was sent to us by Ranger Donald. That's right. Oh, the bad robot is here. I thought the channel mascot was God. Long live Mark Malone. Well, the real Slim Malone, please stand up. Please stand up. Sean's not mad. That's good. You don't want to upset an Aussie. Ranger Donald sent me a message on my Discord. And he said, hey, I got a package coming. Great minds think alike. He sent me this 1987 Topps Mark Malone. So we have a backup to the backup. This is the original here. But he wasn't done there. Look at this Mark Malone. Look at this youngster. 85 Topps Mark Malone. We have another 1988 Topps Mark Malone. We can cut one of these up if we want. We have this 1989 Score Mark Malone. And I think there's, what do we got? Oh, we got some cards here. I haven't even seen this. This is his year with the Chargers. What do we got here? What do we got here? Oh, I don't want to... It's like a Christmas gift and I didn't know. What do we got? Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a double. Oh, it's a double whammy. I didn't even know this. It's his pro set. Look at that. Well, is there more in here? Yeah, looks like just one in there. Sorry, ripping that up there. And no, just the one in there. That sounded disappointing. No, that's awesome. Okay, so we got these Mark Malones. And then, set that aside there, we got this McDonald's Play and Win with McDonald's card. You scratched that off. You can rub one off, giggity, for the NFL Game Day to McDonald's coupon offer. This is a Mark Malone. This is from 1986. Look at that. He was born in El Cajon, California. So we have all these Mark Malones here, including this original one. Now, I'm going to start the process here. We are going to preserve this Malone, but I'm going to put the original Mark Malone in there. Now, how will I know? All right, that's okay. So, all right. So, first things first. Here's the scissors. Sorry for that. Sorry for that, everybody. Okay. We're going to seal our Mark Malone up here. So let's do a crinkle and a rip here. So we're a little lighter on the triggers today, but that's okay. All right. Look at that here. Some people have suggested that I send this Mark Malone to get graded, but I can assure you it's not in the best quality. But here we go. Mark Malone, this card here, you have become the channel mascot. And we are excited to put you in to a place of safekeeping. Mark Malone is officially in the Sports Card ASMR Hall of Fame. But we're not done yet. I figured since we have these Mark Malones, it would be fun if we priced them. So, with that in mind, I've pulled one of the Becketts I have, and this one will probably make another appearance, but I couldn't resist. Look at Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly is saying, Mark Malone, good job you, sir. So let's, live here on the stream, let's go ahead and price Mark Malone. All right. Where is... Oh, wait, you know what? I'm not done. I don't think the surprises are done. I think I forgot some of the other Malones. Hold on. Lucky news. Where did I put those? Where did I put those? I had picked up another set of Mark Malone cards. This is why we don't do videos live. Where was that other Mark Malone? Folks, we're not done. We're not done. Stick with me. It's live here. Going through these. No, I didn't put them there. There's only like 2 spots I could have put it, and I forgot. No, those aren't there. I'm actually going a bit crazy. Ah. No. Stick with me. Don't go away yet. I picked up another Mark Malone. I swear on my life, kids. I swear on my life that I did this. Where did I put it? Well, I guess we're gonna have to go without it. I actually had picked up a Mark Malone rookie card. And it's not there. Well, alright. The sports card doctor will have to press on. Unless in the next 2 seconds he can remember where he put his Mark Malone rookie card. It's an interesting journey I've gone on here today. It's like I've suddenly turned 79 years old and I can't remember where my car keys are. Very disappointed in that. I totally forgot that I picked up the other Malone. Which sounds like a sitcom. You know what I mean? I'm going through everything again. Because I'm going crazy. Crazy. Well, it was a fun dream. I was very excited that I purchased that Mark Malone rookie card. And now Mark Malone's rookie card has disappeared and gone into the rookie cards in the sky waiting room. You can hear the frustration in my voice. All right, we have to press on. Time is a ticking. Let's begin here with Mark Malone's 1985 tops. Yes, 1985 tops. Jeremy thinks that the rookie card ran when I cut that. All right. We're not going to do the full page flip here. Mark Malone's 1985 Topps card. It's $3.59 in the set. In October of 1992, he was a common. Highly disappointing there. All right, we'll do the 1987 one last. 1988 Mark Malone. 1988 Topps Mark Malone. There we go. It's back when you had only Topps football cards to get through. 163 in the set. There's no way he's not a common. 163. Okay, what about, that's one of the earliest ones we got. This one I've looked is not. It's not. There. Okay, now we got, let's do the Pro Sets here. Pro Set 1989 Pro Set. Right here. Card number 362. 362 is a common. And then the 1989 score, number 70, is a common. And last but not least, since I can't find the rookie card that I purchased, we got our 1982 Topps Mark Malone. 1982 Topps. Number 215 in the set. It is there. No. It's so funny. They're showing it as a rookie card. 30 cents. Then what was the other year? Maybe it's the 83 Topps. You know what? That is the one that's missing. I think it's the 83 Topps is missing. So here is what is officially listed as Mark Malone's rookie card, which is interesting because he'd already played in 1980. That's where we have some Mark Malone intrigue going on. We have Mark Malone mystery. This is what's listed as his rookie card. But I swore he had a card in this year, but maybe it was the 83 Topps. We'll never know. All right. So that's that. And then finally, 1987 Topps, the card that started it all here. Thank you for everyone hanging out with me here today on this fun little live stream adventure. And it is a common. Well, there you go. Mark Malone's not going to make us rich, at least based on these prices from 1992. But Mark Malone has become a legend around these parts, and he is forever locked away here in the Sports Card ASMR Hall of Fame. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. We might do another live stream. These are kind of fun. It's hard to concentrate on the ASMR quality here. Usually I put things through a little editing program in terms of the audio and all that stuff. But hey, it was fun hanging out with all of you who made this channel possible, like Brad, Jeremy, Trey T. Special shout out to Ranger Donald. Special shout out to John at The Past Is Alive. Thank you all. Subscribe if you haven't. Support the channel if you'd like to. Tell your friends about what we do here. We have a lot of fun. We love to hang out. Do silly little sports card ASMR things. So, I appreciate all of you. See you next time here. Sports Card ASMR.